And we're back with the regional Gridiron Challenge here on TV 24. You just saw Pisgah. You just saw, I should say, Locust Fort in their game earlier. In this game right here features the Pisgah Eagles and Straughn Tigers. Straughn coming all the way down from Andalusia, and Pisgah coming over from Jackson County area. Anthony Jackson's the head coach for the Pisgah Eagles, and Straughn is head coached by John Wiggins, two first-year head coaches. 4-6 last year were the Straughn Tigers and also the Pisgah Eagles. Straughn went to the playoffs a season ago, their 9th consecutive trip into the postseason. Pisgah missed the playoffs by just one game. Still working out details on the times of these games. Trying to keep a specific time. This will start about 23 minutes after its scheduled start at 11 o'clock. 12 minutes are on the clock right now. We'll have simulated kicks and a running clock the entire game, is what I'm being told. If any changes happen, we'll let you know. But as far as I know, as of right now, it'll be 2 12-minute quarters and then 2 10-minute quarters, or either 2 10 or 2 9. That might change. That might get augmented, just like in our first game. We'll, of course, let you know. So Pisgah will start out here on offense, waiting for Chase Robinson to come up from downstairs. You saw him talking to the head coach of the last game. And then we will now begin action here in our second game. Pisgah and Straughn. Should be a good matchup. Run play for Pisgah to start the game, and nice gainer there for about 6 yards.
Handoff, play game, 6 yards. Second down and 4 for Pisgah.
Chase got a chance to catch your breath. You're down the field earlier, and then now you join us here as we see second down and 4 for Pisgah. We'll fall just a little bit short here on the run.
Bring up third down now for the Pisgah Eagles. Third and about 4.
One of these teams really kind of from the further northern part of the area, with Pisgah kind of in that DeKalb County, Jackson County, Marshall County. Most of their rivalries come from there, and then Straughn comes from down south with teams like Jailville and Houston Academy and Opp down there in Andalusia, Alabama.
And there will be a flag thrown on the field. We'll see what this is.
Penalty flag on the play.
False start there on the Pisgah Eagles. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
5-yard penalty.
And that one really hurts because you were looking at a third and about 1 or third and 2 situation. This completely changes your game plan now as you now look at about 3rd and 8.
Wisenhunt in the backfield. Takes the snap. Stay with the ground game, and he may gain a yard on that play, is number 25, Landon Hawkins.
Yeah, it had to be really disappointing for Coach Anthony Jacks and his football club, mainly because they had a chance right there to make it really short. So, but here's, it's a 4th down situation. I do not see a punt unit out here for Pisgah. So they'll talk it over. And they're going for it. Looks like on 4th down.
Our officials will get together now.
Now, if teams want to, they can simulate a kick, and they'll march it down 35 yards, and the time will continue to run. Now the officials will have a short meeting here. I think they're trying to figure out down and distance. It is 4th down because it was 3rd and 1 before the penalty that made it about, or 3rd and 2 that before the penalty that made it about 3rd and 7. The play ran, but the down box did not change, so this should read 4th down. But
they're going to have it
yeah,
3rd down.
Yeah, they'll say 3rd down. I think that Pisgah will get a free play here.
Wisenhunt takes it himself this time and is quickly brought down there by the Straughn defense.
Well, the play that we thought was 3rd down and the play that actually was 3rd down were the exact same thing. Great job there by that Straughn defense.
This game between Pisgah and Straughn will have 2 10-minute quarters and 2 9-minute quarters. So that is the layout for this game.
Well, like we said earlier, things can be subject to changing, so we'll of course let you know. John Holder's down on the sideline as well, and he'll be keeping up with the officials in case there are any changes. Because like we said, this game did start a little over 20 minutes past its scheduled date. And due to time constraints with the other 7 matchups of the day, things could change. So we'll see, and we'll keep you updated on it.
27-yard line.
So we'll get to check out the Tigers on offense this time. Scott Roney at quarterback for the Straughn Tigers. And he will dump it over to number 23, Colin Crane.
It's a nice little pass right here, just a little out pass on the rollout, and Crane makes one guy miss, and that's when this offense is really effective. Is if a team is in a man-to-man offense or man-to-man defense, if you as an offense can get into the flats, get into a wide open area, and make just one guy miss, you're in good shape.
Back to Crane, and he'll get across the 50. Let's see where they spot him. He may pick up the 1st down here. They'll say it's a 2nd down.
Just in the first 2 plays of their offense, you could tell they use Colin Crane in a variety of different ways. First, he lined up as the slot receiver and caught a pass. At that time, he lined up as basically a wing back and then took the handoff. And now he was a little bit of a situation of kind of both just a minute ago.
Handoff this time to Brandon Hudson, and he will pick up the 1st down on that play.
That's got to be frustrating for the Pisgah defense because they were there. They had the play called, and the guy was right there. I believe it was their defensive end who had first contact there for Straughn. Good blocking for Straughn on the offensive line. He goes to the left guard.
Rooney takes the handoff, gets it over to Hudson, and he'll pick up about 2 yards.
Handoff, number 34, Hudson. Tackle made. Number 41.
Both these clubs are teams that are basically looking to have bounce-back seasons. For Straughn, this is a team that just 2 years ago, they were 10-2 and went deep into the playoffs. It's been a rough ride for Pisgah.
Roney over the middle, tipped there by the Pisgah Eagles. But that will be an incomplete pass.
Third down and 8 for the Tigers.
Pisgah last year, as we said, 4-6 on the season. Straughn had the exact same record, but by virtue of the games that they won, they were the number 4 team in the region, went to the playoffs, and lost in the first round.
Third down and 8 for Straughn. And there will be
Penalty flag on the play.
offsides.
False start.
That will be a false start called against Straughn.
Yeah, once again, third down penalties, and Third down penalties are so huge, especially in the red zone, because that could be the difference between a field goal and a touchdown. But even out here in the middle of the field, those become backbreakers because now you're looking behind the sticks and it's about 3rd and 13, 3rd and 14.
Roney takes the snap. Pressure coming. He fires it off and finds Cade Corson. Pick up the first down and get to about the 28-yard line.
Nice pitch and catch here. Take a look at this. So he got the ball quickly out of his hands, right down the seam. Good job there by the Straughn offense. It's a nice pitch and catch there. In fact, it was actually pretty solid defense.
Roney fumbles the snap. He'll pick it up and take it himself. We'll gain a few yards on the play.
It's the classic busted play there with the ball hitting the turf right out of the snap. Good job there by Ronnie just to get something out of it.
Three minutes left here in this first quarter. Roney takes the snap on second down, hands off to Adam Anderson. Anderson gets across the 10 and will go out of bounds.
Good job there. They ran this exact same play a little bit earlier with Colin Crane, and then this time the speed sweep, the jet sweep, it's been called a lot of names. This time Adam Anderson gets down in there, and that's a good run there, and really good executed, well executed offense, going from one hash all the way down to the other.
And Roney takes it himself and is brought down. He'll lose about a yard on that play.
Good play there. Riley McBride, defensive end. He's one of the starters for this unit. So they run primarily out of their 3-4 defense. So those defensive ends become huge.
Handoff this time to Hudson.
That was well blocked right there.
Straughn.
It'll bring up third down here. We'll see what they elect to do. Last time they had a third down, they committed a penalty and brought him back. They can't afford to do that right now.
Hudson joins Rooney in the backfield. Takes the snap and he'll hand off to Anderson this time. Anderson will go right into the end zone for a touchdown for the Straughn Tigers.
Just go back to what worked 2 plays before, and the Tigers get into the end zone with Anderson. And once again, this is just that little speed sweep. They simply just ran this play just moments ago. Well blocked then, well blocked now, and the result is a touchdown.
First points on the board for the day for these two teams.
Attempting the extra point, number 59, Clay Ashbury.
And the extra point is good, so 7-0. Strong lead here over the Pisgah Eagles with 1:14 left here in the opening quarter.
It's a really strong drive by Straughn. They faced the 3rd and 14. Went right down the middle of the field. Cade Corson caught a pass. 2 running plays, 2 big ones, one by Colin Crane and another one by Adam Anderson, and then Adam Anderson caps off the drive with the score. So if you're a coach, that's exactly what you like to see. You got into a position where you face some adversity, 3rd and long. Well, what do? You bounce back. You find ways to bounce back, and then you capitalize when you bounce back by putting one in the end zone. So when Straughn goes back and looks at the tape, that could right there be a teaching moment. There's John Higgins, the head coach of the Tigers, assistant coach for the Tigers for 2 seasons, former head coach at Dallas County.
Pick up a couple of yards on that play I believe that was Houston Bell.
We have a running clock here, so you might see an incomplete pass and the clock still continues to run, and that's exactly what it's about.
Wisenhunt takes the snap. And run and gain about 5 yards on that play. Was number 25, Landon Hawkins.
And off number 25.
Hawkins is a solid looking running back for this Pisgah Eagle team. As we said, coached by Anthony Jacks, former B.B. Comer head coach.
Handoff once again to Hawkins. We'll pick up the first down at about 5 yards.
Nice play by Hawkins there.
Watch
the blocking up front. 60, we have 2 pulling guards. Or pulling guard, it looks like a pulling tight end as well. Well blocked, got to their man down the outside and brings up a first down.
Wisenhunt takes the snap. And the handoff back to Hawkins. He'll push his way and gain about 4 yards.
Clock set on 0 for a few seconds. And I heard the Straughn coaches go quarter. Quarter. They did not blow the whistle. I think they'll just blow it here. Have our end of the first quarter with the Tigers up 1 touchdown.
So we'll be back with the second quarter here from the Gridiron Challenge, TV 24.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it in for free refills throughout the year. That's right, free popcorn for a full year. Your locally owned and operated Grub Mart, in business for over 74 years.
Hi, my name is Reverend Jeffrey C. Williams, the owner and licensed funeral director of Anderson Funeral Services. At Anderson Funeral Services, we are compassionate and caring individuals committed to providing quality and professional service at affordable prices. We are where service begins and never ends, and love is what love does.
Aniston Funeral Services offers affordable services to meet any need for all families. Aniston Funeral Services, 630 South Wilmer Avenue, where service begins and never ends.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Don Hudson, and Lee Patterson.
The Gridiron Challenge from Jacksonville State University. Straughn with the 7-0 lead against the Pisgah Eagles here on this Saturday afternoon. Gerhard Mathingani, Chase Robinson with you. John Holder down on the sideline. And the Pisgah Eagles on offense. There you see Coach Jacks. Wisenhunt takes the snap, and he'll take it himself this time. Get to about the 40-yard line.
Not sure if that was a read play or not.
Number
See
5.
helmet fall off there, number 58.
Wisenhunt on the run. Third down and 2.
He'll come off the sideline for 1 play.
That is Parker Grooms in the number 58. Hawkins takes the handoff that time. He'll be close to the first down. I believe they'll give that to him. So 1st and 10 now for the Pisgah Eagles starting off this second quarter.
Saw a really strong drive by Straughn earlier. Pisgah looking to do the same. A couple times now facing 3rd down, picking up the first.
And there'll be a flag on the play. Probably some movement.
Little extracurriculars right afterwards. The officials try to sort this thing out. A flag comes out right now. So maybe some heat, some frustration down there, but saw a little bit of pushing and shoving. And like we said, these two teams are from far away from one another as far as the mileage goes. They don't really have a lot of common opponents. You usually see that a lot with teams that are from the same county or from the same area. These two teams, I'm pretty sure, I wouldn't be surprised if no one on the team knew anybody else from the other. Either way, we have a personal foul on Straughn.
Personal foul.
And so that'll be an automatic first down.
See, after the play was over, they'll get with the
It's like
18-yard.
Yeah, it looks like
penalty.
8:72 there.
Pisgah will have the ball first down and 10.
So 1st and 10 for the Eagles. And the handoff there is to Anderson. Or that will be Houston Bell, rather.
This will be an easy penalty to call right here. A couple of flags on the play, but this will be easy. This will be a face mask.
Flags on the play.
He basically ripped him down by that face mask, and doesn't take away from a great game by Houston Bell. Bell goes to the outside, and Scott Roney, the quarterback, also plays defensive back. Watch here at the end. I mean, he just grabs his face mask, and that's the leverage that he used to bring him down. So one of the easier calls for the officials today.
So the Pisgah Eagles will be at about the 4-yard line. Wisenhunt will take the snap. He'll hand off to Hawkins. And in the end zone he goes for a touchdown for the Pisgah Eagles.
Great drive by Pisgah. Took advantage of a couple of mistakes. We had two strong penalties back-to-back, one for 15 yards and then another one half the distance to the goal line, and then Pisgah takes advantage. So we have two touchdowns today, really come in two different fashions. And this one right here for Pisgah, I know, is really satisfying, taking advantage of those mistakes. And drive capped off in the end zone by Colby Carter.
The extra point attempt is good.
And the extra point is good there. That was John Barrett, kicker for Pisgah. So we sit at 7-7 now. Pisgah and Straughn here in the Gridiron Challenge, game number 2.
All right. There's Coach Anthony Jacks, head coach of the Pisgah Eagles. 4-6 in that first year last year. As we said earlier, a former head coach at B.B. Comer. Now, don't let that record fool you. Yeah, it's a rough job, a rough time winning at B.B. Comer, mainly because there's so much great competition down there, and did a good job of getting that program up and getting it going. And then here at Pisgah, they're known for their girls basketball. The Lady Eagles are one of the top basketball teams and top softball teams, but they're starting to make a reputation in football as well. And Coach Anthony Jacks hopes to be the next guy to kind of lead Pisgah back into the fold, deep into the playoffs.
You know, we saw Pisgah last season. They came here for the Calhoun County Spring Jam. They played Pleasant Valley last season. He had only had the job 6 days before that spring game last year, and they came out here and beat Pleasant Valley in that spring game. And so he's turning the football program around down at Pisgah.
Absolutely, and he's played in this thing with B.B. Comer a couple times as well. So good friend of this environment. It's a good stick right here by his outside linebacker, number 34. Nice play there by John Barnett.
Straughn here on offense. Scott Roney, the quarterback. And ball loose, and it looks like Pisgah will have it. The pitch there to Brandon Hudson out of his hands and onto the ground. So the Pisgah Eagles will take over on offense.
A lot of self-inflicted penalties for Straughn, and Pisgah's just taking advantage. Great job there, staying alert along that defensive line, but so far for Straughn, 2 big defensive penalties, a personal foul, then a face mask, led up the touchdown, and then put the ball on the turf, and now Pisgah has the ball in fantastic field position here. So some self-inflicted penalties by Straughn, and Pisgah so far capping on all those mistakes.
Wisenhunt looks to go to the air. He does.
This would be easy pass interference call.
Pass interference. I was waiting on the flag there.
Yeah, that was an easy pass interference call, and really they're taking advantage of some of the mistakes by Scott Roney. And Roney is a defensive back here, and this one was obvious. He got to the football. He got to the man before the football got there. Officials will call that all day, every day. So once again, we will have another 15-yard penalty that creates an automatic first down into the red zone.
Pass interference against the defense.
So that'll move them on up.
First down, Pisgah.
Be first down for the Pisgah Eagles here. They sit at the 20-yard line. Wisenhunt takes the snap, hands off to Hawkins. Hawkins will gain about 4 on the play.
Hawkins scored the touchdown earlier, followed great blocking into the end zone. And you're starting to tell early on who both teams will lean on in the fall. Hawkins getting a lot of the load here in this first half, and we saw a lot of Colin Crane in the Straughn drive.
Back to Hawkins, and he'll be pulled down behind the line. Loss of a couple on that play. That'll bring up a
25, Hawkins.
Well executed here on defense, staying at home.
Dalton James.
It was number 3, Logan Cobb, shed the block, come up with the stop. So a big third down here for Pisgah.
Wisenhunt. Double handoff there, and into the end zone goes the Pisgah Eagles. That is Houston Bell.
Handoff number 2.
Great creativity
Bell.
here for Pisgah.
Touchdown,
Get the defense
Pisgah.
going one way and then come back the other way. Watch this. Handoff to Hawkins, who's been getting the ball a lot. And then the double handoff coming back the other side. Nobody stays at home. And Bell walks in.
So on to attempt the extra point again is John Barrett. And it is up
The
and
extra point
no
attempt
good.
is
So
no
it will
good.
stay 13-7. The Pisgah
Your
Eagles
score, Pisgah,
over the Straughn
13.
Tigers here
Straughn, 7.
with 2 minutes remaining.
Straughn, looking to bounce back after really, I would say over the last 10 snaps, 5 have just been super, super costly. You go back to the personal foul on the drive before that set up the touchdown. Then you fumble the football, have a pass interference, sets up another touchdown. So close to 40-something yards in penalties, and then a turnover. And just like that, Pisgah goes from down 7-0 to 13 unanswered.
Roney back in at quarterback for Straughn. He'll take the snap. He goes to the air this time, an incomplete pass off the hand of Caleb Bennett. So
Second down, 10.
it'll be 2nd and 10 now for the Straughn Tigers.
Ronnie looked good in that first drive. Haven't been able to really capture that magic since then. We'll see if they go back to whether it's Anderson or Colin Crane.
Back to Bennett. Takes the handoff this time and pick up a couple of yards.
Run by number 7.
Just that same speed sweep coming back to the short side of the
Number
field.
41, Connor McAmey. Two-yard gain on the play. 3rd down, 8.
3rd and 8. Roney there in the number 15 jersey. Takes the snap. Double handoff. Dawson Cunningham takes it up the middle, and he'll pick up a first down.
Unlike what Pisgah did, which was basically a true double handoff that one goes to the outside, one goes to the inside. This was mainly a reverse, going back behind the formation, setting up the blocks, and that might have been a read because you saw Roney didn't go all the way to his block until the ball was secured. So that might be a read play where they're able to read it and then send it.
Back to Cunningham. He gets across the 40. He'll go out of bounds at about the 34-yard line.
The cornerback on that play,
Pass complete.
it was like number 30 for Pisgah.
Tackle made, number 14.
Slipped on the play, and that's what was able to spring him forward.
Play gains.
First down
A Straughn, first down.
for the Tigers. Back to Cunningham. He will pick up about 5 yards, or
Run by number 6.
about 8 yards, rather. And there will be a timeout called by Straughn.
So after moving the ball really well the first drive and fumbling the second drive, looks like the Pisgah of old right here in this drive right here. And we're seeing a Straughn timeout.
And we'll be back with more Pisgah and Straughn from the Gridiron Challenge.
The 2017 college football season kicks off in Montgomery. The Guardian Credit Union FCS kickoff will open the college football season on Saturday, August 26th at 5 p.m. Central Time on ESPN. Don't miss 2 of the nation's top-ranked FCS teams, the Jacksonville State University Gamecocks and the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga Mocs at historic Crampton Bowl. Visit GuardianKickoffClassic.com for the FanFest schedule of events and game information.
You will take more than 672 million breaths throughout your lifetime. Yet life is not measured by the number of breaths you take, but by the moments that take your breath away. JSU is proud to offer Northeast Alabama's only Bachelor of Science in Respiratory Therapy. Now enrolling tomorrow's breathing specialist. Breathe easy.
Back here at Jacksonville State University, the Gridiron Challenge. We got Pisgah and Straughn. Pisgah with a 13-7 lead here, 26 seconds left in the second quarter. Gerhard Mathagani, Chase Robinson with you. Dawson Cunningham takes the pass, get to about the 20, and he'll pick up the first down on the play.
Nick Feltman was the cornerback that slipped the first time. There comes up with a great open field tackle, but a nice short yardage pass situation for Straughn. They come up with the first down. So really great execution on both sides of the ball. It's a good open field tackle, but they pick up just enough yardage to get past the sticks and pick up the first down.
Five seconds left here. Roney takes the snap. He goes and finds, that is Colin Crane in the end zone for a touchdown for the Straughn Tigers.
Right down the seam there, and Colin Crane, who had 2 great plays on their first drive, comes up with a nice big play here on the second drive. I think gets away with an excessive celebration, spiking the football like he's in the NFL. But that's a nice play right there, and the safety just kind of misjudged it for Pisgah. Good catch, good throw, and good way to bounce back for Straughn after the fumble on their last drive.
And the kick is
The extra
no
point
good
attempt
there.
is no good.
So it is 13-13 at the end of the second quarter here between the Pisgah Eagles and the Straughn Tigers.
There will be a 3-minute intermission between the half. Time for you to make your way down to the concession stand. I welcome all of you to Burgess Snowfield for today's 2017 Gridiron Challenge.
A few minutes in between
TV24.
The halves here. And we'll be back in just a minute with more here from the Gridiron Challenge. Pisgah and Straughn at halftime.
Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Don Hudson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly supports the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
Join us May 19th and 20th for the Logan Martin Lake Fest and Boat Show, presented by America's First Federal Credit Union. Come experience Alabama's largest in-water boat show. Test drive pontoons from Bennington, Sun Tracker, Silver Wave, South Bay Regency, and Avalon. Fishing boats from Tracker, Nitro, Express, and Challenger. And personal watercraft from Sea-Doo. Weekend events include fireworks, live music, vendors, and giveaways, including a brand new lake-ready Sun Tracker pontoon boat. May 19th and 20th in Pell City. We'll see you on the lake.
We were looking to sell our starter home and move into our dream home. After looking at all the options, we chose to work with ERA King. ERA means easy, responsive, and attention to detail. ERA King made the entire process of buying and selling a house easy. From helping us decide on a listing price to navigating the final closing, our agent worked with us every step of the way. ERA King. To us, it means always doing the right thing for every client. What will ERA mean to you? Find out at eraking.com.
Huge hailstorm equals huge savings at Buster Miles Ford in Heflin. Come experience a stress-free buying process during our hail sale and save thousands. Over 300 vehicles must go. The damage so small on some and saving so big on others. We have brought the professionals in to fix the cars right. Work has begun for our loss and your gain. Come take advantage of these savings, hopefully never to be seen again. Buster Miles Ford in Heflin off I-20, exit 199. The difference worth driving since 1947.
Back here at Jacksonville State University, Pisgah and Straughn getting ready to start half number 2, and we will be playing 2 9-minute quarters here in this second half.
I believe they'll run the same running clock, same situation with the running clock here. After incomplete passes, basically after everything, or except touchdowns and timeouts, is essentially when the clock was running last time.
Ball loose, but Straughn will fall back on top of it.
So after 2 good drives for Pisgah, can they put together a third here in the third quarter? We saw Straughn finish strong on their drive, so let's see if they can cap another one here on offense.
Roney, the handoff this time to Chandler Mitchell.
Actually runs into his own player, runs into Brandon Hudson, number 34. So they're looking now at a 3rd and long. Last time on 3rd and long, they went right down the seam. Colin Crane was one of the guys that caught one of those passes.
Roney takes it out this time. Pass incomplete there to Austin Smith.
A little high for Austin Smith there on the rollout. One of the things a quarterback has to do is be able to get his hips turned and feet planted if he can. If not, sometimes that happens and it just sails on you a little bit.
So we'll move it to the other side now, and Pisgah will take back over on offense.
First punt that we've seen. Anthony Jacks now with his offense after a great defensive stand.
Pisgah will have the ball first down and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Wisenhunt, quarterback for the Pisgah Eagles. Handoff to Hawkins. He'll gain a couple on the play there.
You're looking at Pisgah's offensive formation. One of the things that really sticks out is that they have an added lineman. They have an extra lineman that's sitting. Let's see if they run that exact same formation on this play. But they have an extra lineman basically sitting on the backside of the guard. And he's not really a fullback because he's wearing an offensive lineman's number. So it's an overstacked line on one side, but it's not overstacked across the line. It's overstacked in the backfield. There you see number 60.
Ball loose, but picked up there by Hawkins. Kyle Young is in at quarterback now for the Pisgah Eagles.
Losing some yards there. Basically tried the misdirection, and that was dead from Jump Street. Good job by Straughn not letting them get to the corner.
Third down now for the Pisgah Eagles. Snap to Young, and Hawkins is brought down way back in the backfield.
Parker Grooms once again coming up with a big defensive stop. Number 58 coming from his defensive line position all the way into the backfield. And this is a big, big tackle for loss here. Sets up fourth down. We'll have a simulated punt. Then move the ball to the other side, 35 yards down the field. And then Straughn will set up shop in really strong field position.
Pisgah will simulate the punt. Straughn
Two
will have the ball
back-to-back
first down
punts for
and
both
10.
teams to start off the third quarter.
The ball will be marked at the 37-yard
So
line.
we're almost halfway through this running clock third quarter.
With just 3 minutes in between the first half and second half, there wasn't a lot of time to talk about adjustments.
Right.
But you're seeing that both teams are kind of naturally adjusting to what the other team is doing.
Barry Pyland in at quarterback for the Straughn Tigers.
Pass complete.
And the pass was complete there to Dawson Cunningham.
Second down.
Solid job on defense. We're seeing the corners for Pisgah and really the entire secondary for Pisgah tackle really well. We saw basically just one mishap on the touchdown on the seam route. But since then, open field tackling has been a really good strong suit for this Eagle defense.
Pyland takes the handoff, hands off to Barber, I believe that is, and he'll be brought down right across the 50. He'll pick up the first down.
This play was set up by great blocking downfield from both the wide receivers and the offensive line. I'll take a look at this. He doesn't even get touched until about 6, 7, 8 yards down the field. Every single time, that's what's a benefactor from blocking.
Pyland takes the snap. He'll take it himself, and he'll go down right at the 50-yard line.
That's where timing plays start to have some of their imbalances there. The time was for the speed sweep. Running back wasn't there. Quarterback really had no other option. And there, Barry Pidla didn't have any place to go with the football. It was really busted from the get-go.
Snap to Pyland, handoff to Cunningham. This time to Mitchell. Mitchell takes off across the 50, and he'll pick up about 6 yards on the play.
Yeah, we saw this reverse play, the same reverse play in the second quarter. They go back to the reverse play here. We're seeing a lot of double handoffs and reverses for both squads. So I really don't believe, for most people would call a reverse a trick play or kind of a gimmick play, but it seems to be a staple of their offense. Have the defense running one way and then come back the other.
This time it's Pyland taking it himself. He'll pick up the first down and then some.
Right up the middle. This was a run all the way for the quarterback. Fantastic blocking up front. Take a look at this. It's not even really a fake to 34. The way just clears wide open for Pyland to pick up the first down.
Pyland takes the snap. Handoff this time to 34. That's Brandon Hudson.
That time, number 8, Kate Corson, and 78, Joey Hall. Picked up two great blocks that busted that wide open.
Pyland will take it himself this time. And we'll get to about the 21, and that'll pick up a first down there
Number
for the Tigers.
14, Pyland on the run.
Good shot there of the Pisgah secondary. Once again, Pisgah plays in Class 3A Region 7. Straughn playing Class 3A Region 2 down south.
First down, Straughn.
That time it is Colin Crane being brought down about the 25-yard line.
Colin Crane.
They've run that a few times, and good job for the Pisgah defense making the adjustment. I think that's the first time that they've lost yardage when Colin Crane runs that play. Every time he's picked up yards, he also has a score to his credit as well.
Pyland takes the snap and is brought down about the 35-yard line this time.
Once again, nowhere to go. I think we'll have a timeout here by Straughn with 34 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Straughn Tigers take a timeout. We'll be back with the more of the third quarter here. Tied up 13-13. Pisgah and Straughn here at the Gridiron Challenge.
Water is in a bit of trouble. Suspected of carrying harmful pollutants into community storm drains, stormwater faces a serious problem. When it rains, dirt, motor oil, excess fertilizer, and trash are washed into rivers, lakes, and streams. And a clean raindrop becomes an unwilling accomplice in the problem of water pollution. It's up to each of us to do our part. Visit cleanwatercampaign.com to learn more. Help protect our water.
When it comes to great tasting barbecue, nobody does it better than Dad's Barbecue. Dad's Barbecue is slow hickory cooked to perfection, and Dad's menu includes a wide selection of popular items such as our smoked chicken sandwich, ribs, salads, and the best chicken fingers in town. And Dad's offers fresh homemade hamburgers and hand-dipped ice cream shakes. Dad's utilizes the latest technology to ensure that your orders are always accurate and hot out of the kitchen. Family owned and operated since 1985, Dad's Barbecue with 2 locations in Anniston to serve you.
Back here at the Gridiron Challenge, Burgess Snowfield at J.S. Hughes Stadium. Gerhard Mathagani, Chase Robinson with you here in the booth. John Holder on the sideline. And we're all tied up at 13 between the Pisgah Eagles and the Straughn Tigers.
Entering the last couple seconds, I should say, last 34 of the third quarter before we head into the fourth. A third and very, very long for the Straughn Tigers. So we'll see what they talked about during that timeout.
Pyland takes the snap. He goes to the air, intercepted there by the Pisgah Eagles. That was number 41, Connor McCamey.
I looked in the secondary the entire time, and that play was so well covered. It seems fitting that Pisgah comes up with the interception. You can't see all the coverage down the field, but everybody's covered up. And there throws it right into the middle of the field and right into the teeth of defense, and McCamey comes up with the interception. That's all credit to that solid Pisgah secondary play, and the linebacker comes up with the big interception.
So it will be 24 seconds left here in the third quarter. Then we'll move to our last 9-minute running clock, fourth quarter. Double handoff. Houston Bell has it. He's taken off. He'll be across the 50 to the 40, and he'll be knocked out of bounds about the 38-yard line.
This play was well blocked as well. And the thing is that when you come back with these double handoffs, you suck the defense going one way, and then you take the second handoff, you go back to the wide side of the field, and if your defenders are not staying at home, you'll get gashed, and that's exactly what happened here. The defenders did not stay home. They went to the short side of the field with everybody else, and nothing but green grass and open real estate for Houston Bell, who takes advantage.
So 12 seconds to go here in the quarter. The pitch to Hawkins, and he's brought down.
Once again, Pisgah going back to Hawkins, back to the short side of the field. And Straughn was great there. What Straughn needs to improve is on their backside defense, making sure nobody falls asleep. We'll see if Pisgah goes back to the reverse play, a double handoff play on their next drive. We have 2 seconds before this third quarter ends, we begin our fourth quarter.
And coming up next, we'll have Lynette taking on Montevallo. Mickey Shandricks, Butch Barker will be along for that one. That'll be a good game. Two teams, folks up here don't get to see a lot in this. Lynette and Montevallo. And talking down on the field before all this started to Dexter Tolbert, he said Lynette has got some players.
Absolutely. They have a lot of college prospects, and Lynette's so great at basketball. They have so much height, so much athletic ability, and a lot of those guys also step it up on the gridiron as well.
The long ball this time complete there to number 34. That is John Barrett.
Probably the first time all game from either team we've seen a really long, deep throw down the middle of the field. John's had a couple, and a good one there for Pisgah to end the third quarter.
13-13 at the end of three. We'll be back with the final 9-minute quarter here. It's Pisgah and Straughn from the Gridiron Challenge.
Hi, this is Kevin Riggin with the all-new Tameron Honda in Gadsden. We're excited to be one of the newest and fastest growing Honda dealers in Central Alabama. And with every new Tameron Honda, you get a 250,000-mile powertrain guarantee. I've personally been serving Central Alabama for over 25 years with all your Honda needs. Come see me today or check out our website at TameronHondaGadsden.com. Tameron Honda in Gadsden, where you're going to love the way you're treated.
I got back my smack talk touchdown, hole-in-one, three-point home run, hat-trick pavement pounding, record-setting goal across the finish line. Because Core didn't give up, I didn't give up. And I certainly didn't give in. I'm gonna get back to doing what I love. I'm gonna get back to winning.
Back here at the Gridiron Challenge, let's go down to the field. Here's John Holder.
All right, we got both coaches down here. We'll begin with Pisgah coach Anthony Jackson. Last year at this time when you were here playing Pleasant Valley, you'd been on the job a few days, probably didn't even know the guys' names. Talk about the difference from last year to this year.
Well, I'm telling you, it's a stark difference. You know, like you said, last year I didn't know everybody, couldn't fill out the roster for this game, but I'm telling you, it's been smooth sailing. In the offseason, these guys have worked really hard, and you know, we still got some bugs and kinks to work out, but you know, the guys know what we want them to do, and they're working really hard. So I've been really pleased with their effort this spring.
As you take your team back up to Sand Mountain, what's the plan for the summer? 7-on-7s and things like that, I'm sure.
Well, you see, we're not an aired-out team, but yeah, we'll get out there and throw it some in this summer, but also get with some teams, do some 11-on-11s. But you know, just work hard, get them in shape, ready to go, ready to play this fall. You know, but excited about the group that we got here, and you know, I thought it was a very good game today, great venue, and really benefited from it.
All right, Coach, thank you. Have a safe trip back up to Sand Mountain.
Thank you.
All right, Anthony Jacks of the Pisgah Eagles. John Higgins, the new head coach. You're not new to Straughn, but you are the new head coach. And just talk about bringing your team from South Alabama up here to Jack State today.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a great adventure for us. We had a ball coming up here. We spent the night in Oxford. Boys are great. Our kids are great. And so we bring them anywhere we want to go. And they're going to act like they're supposed to. And they're going to play hard and do what we want them to do. And that's how we want to do it.
Your coach last year, Chris Wilson, the head coach, went over to Mary Montgomery, had them here last Saturday. So now you're taking over for him. Just tell us about the transition. I would imagine, having already been there at Straughn, that it's been an easier transition than being totally new.
It's been a smooth transition. Now, we did change offense and defenses, so that hurt us today. But, you know, that's okay. Our kids played hard. Our goal was to get after them and play hard and be physical, and I think we did that. So I'm pleased with that. We had very little offense in, so I'm okay with that. But, you know, it was a good game. Pisgah did a great job, and so we look forward to the season.
Well, Coach, we hope you have a safe trip back, as good a trip back down to the Andalusia areas you had up this way.
I'm sure we will. Thank you very much, John.
Thank you. John Higgins, head coach of the Straughn Tigers, and this was a game that was as evenly matched as you could be, a tie game today here at JSU Stadium, guys.
And thank you, John, and that will do it for Pisgah and Straughn. They ended up 13-13. We got another. It's going to be a good one. Montevallo Bulldogs taking on the Lynette Panthers. Coming up, Mickey Shaddricks and Butch Parker will be along here from JSU Stadium at the 2017 Gridiron Challenge on TV 24.